Two Eastern Conference teams collide in the Rocket City as Huntsville City hosts Atlanta United 2 from Wicks Family Field at Joe Davis Stadium in Huntsville, Alabama. Welcome in. I'm Josh Toll. Week 11 of MLS Next Pro continues on as Atlanta United come to the Rocket City after having the three-game win streak snapped in Sunday's 2-0 loss to Orlando City B. Meanwhile, Huntsville City are on a four-game winning streak and have shut out their last three opponents. Second meeting of the season between these two sides. In the first meeting, it was all Atlanta United gained that win of 4-1, but the tide has turned for Huntsville City, a chance to get their fifth win in a row. They come into the game with 18 points on the season. 5 wins, have not lost since they faced this Atlanta United side. Huntsville City, they are lethal when it comes to scoring. Fourth in the league in goal scorers with 21. As we take a look at our starting 11, head coach Chris O'Neill will have Huntsville in a 4-3-3, 4 changes from that 4-0 win against FC Cincinnati. Xavier Valdez gets his second start of the season. Last time out was March 7th when he fell 7-2 in the game against Crown Legacy. He's hoping to bounce back. Julian Gaines down from the first team, getting the start at the outside back position. Fabian Reynolds getting his first start with the boys in blue, and Light Eke will round out the top. He'll look to pair up with Maximus Eck up front. Meanwhile, Atlanta United 2's Jose Silva will have his club in a 4-2-3-1. 3 changes from the loss against Orlando. James Donaldson will get his second start of the season. In his first start, the 17-year-old had a clean sheet, shutting out Inter Miami back on April 10th. Also getting the start, Ilan Edinger will make his 5th appearance of the season. Cameron Dunbar, he's the man to watch on the top left. 4 goals on the season, leads the club. He's tied for 4th in the league in shots on goal. He'll be the jump starter up front. Look for him to connect with Arif Kovach here tonight. Boys in blue at home on the season. 2 wins, no losses, and 2 draws. Atlanta United 2, meanwhile, on the road, they've won 3 in a row, a club record. They have 3 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw on the season away from Atlanta. 2 clean sheets on the season for this Atlanta United 2 side, hoping to make it 3 here. Huntsville City, meanwhile, 3 straight clean sheets. They have a chance to make it 4 in a row if they're able to shut out this Atlanta side. Both coaches coming into tonight's game talking about how different of a game this would be here this evening. And we'll see that here in just a matter of moments as we wait for our head ref and Corbin Goodyear, and he will give us the go-ahead as we are underway from Wicks Family Field at Joe Davis Stadium in beautiful Huntsville, Alabama. As this ball is played direct, the shot is wide. Good-looking opportunity there by Arif Kovach, and that was one of the things that head coach Chris O'Neill talked about. They can't give up the long ball. They have to make them work for those opportunities to score. Talked about the last 3 goals that they gave up in the first meeting were a large part due to these long balls, just like that, able to create the space and take their opportunities. Atlanta tonight in the green. Meanwhile, Huntsville City in their navy blues with the white sleeves and white numbers. Talking with Chris O'Neill about this Atlanta side. Talk about that first game. They were very stretched. They have the extreme athletes on Atlanta United's side in all positions, but really felt that they gave them too much space to work with, and they punished them. That first goal, they made them work, had to pass the ball around, but their next 3, they beat us with just 2 passes. Really wants tonight to be able to control the moments in transition and find those right moments to pressure Atlanta and create opportunities, trap them to one side of the field, and switch to use the opposite. Meanwhile, talking with Jose Silva, the head coach of Atlanta United, about this Huntsville side, really talking about forgetting that first game. It was not an easy game, but they are a completely different team, and how they are playing a large part is the way they are playing defensively. But they have 4 straight victories, and they are more compact. They've really adapted here into the season, but we're a team that believes in our identity. We have a strong structure, and when we have the ball, that is a good thing. But we want to be in position, so not in a bad spot, so they can take advantages on the counter. The throw now coming for Dominic Shanqui, making his 9th start of the season and his 9th appearance. A player that really came on the scene 3 years ago for Atlanta United 2, and he has not been left out since. This ball played over to Ettinger. Ettinger getting the start for Daniel Chica, who is out suspended for tonight's game after being handed 2 yellow cards in that loss against Orlando. Matthew Sinano has been a mainstay in the back line for this Atlanta United side. Him and Mohamed Cisse seeing a majority of the minutes at the 2 center back positions for Cisse in his first season since coming over from North Texas. Going against his former teammate in Malachi Molina here tonight on Huntsville. Chance here for Atlanta as they work their way up the field. The shot from distance, well up into the stands. But here are 2 early opportunities for Atlanta United as they've been able to find space to work with. The first opportunity came on a long ball to Kovach. He wasn't able to finish, and that one, a blast from outside the box. Talabi will play it back in. Talabi getting his 2nd straight start in his first season on loan from Monterey Bay on USL Championship League. Molina will play backwards. See so many teams try to build out of the box, and here you see that press by Atlanta United try to force a mistake of Huntsville. And we'll have a foul here called against Atlanta. Yoshizawa, the man that was fouled, will jog forward. Yoshizawa getting his 4th start of the season in his first year out of Clemson. Clemson, he was 3rd team All-ACC. Valdez with his 2nd start, mentioned at the top. I'd really like to respond from that first start that he had against Crown Legacy, giving up 7 goals in that match. Cisse to Shankui. Shankui working his way down the line. Shankui able to stay on his feet. Shankui playing a ball in as it's deflected away. Pariano back to retrieve as he'll play towards the touchline. Gaines back inside. Julian Gaines getting his 3rd start of the season. Signed with the first team, the 23-year-old out of Round Rock, Texas. A throw now for Huntsville City. But talking to Chris O'Neill about that win over FC Cincinnati, really thought it was a good win, able to keep the game from becoming too transitional, but really thought they could have had few more opportunities to be a little bit more ruthless, but really liked the defending on the team and came out with another game without conceding a goal. Very happy with the way that the club played. Talking about this being the 2nd game of the week for Huntsville City. Talked about how they focus on FC Cincinnati first, and then on Thursday turned all the focus to this Atlanta side, but coming into the week was really focusing on what the rotation could be, the forecast of player loads, and how they wanted to manage that coming into tonight's match. Set piece opportunity here for the home side. Big moment here early for the boys in blue. Inward swinging ball coming for Huntsville City. The service headed away with ease. Here's Gaines. Gaines plays it back in and sent away by Atlanta. Gaines back on the ball. Plays it forward. Now played out wide. Here's an opportunity on the cut back in. Headed away. Huntsville City having a couple of sweeping balls in, but unable to do anything with it in the 18-yard box. Atlanta United come into the game with 5 wins on the season. 3 of those coming on the road. They've won 3 on the road, 3 straight on the road coming into tonight's match. Hoping to continue that trend here tonight against Huntsville City. Huntsville City also with 5 wins on the season. They have 18 points on the year. Atlanta United just a little bit behind them with 16 points on the season. There's that big switch here. Here's Reynolds. Reynolds knocked off the ball by Shankui, showing off the balance as Reynolds called for the foul, grabbing the jersey. Cisse Back to Sonano. Sonano in his first season after playing with Rapids too, the former 6th overall pick here 2 years ago for Rapids before making his way to Atlanta, as this is deflected out and we'll have a corner kick for Atlanta. This is one of the things that Jose Silva talked about where they can get better on the season. He really feels like they can create more points here from set pieces. Talking about being a third way through the season, it's like to balance the identity of the teams that they have. They know the structure of when we want to defend and how we want to attack, but really this is the area that they must improve in here is set pieces. An opportunity right now in the corner. Inward swinging ball coming. The delivery headed out off the volley, and this is going to go out of play, but we had a foul in the box. Player down is Veliz. Veliz able to pop back up. Veliz out of Panama City, Panama, reps Panama's U23 side. A player that Chris O'Neill had high praise for coming into this week's game, as this is sent away by Valdez. Flick back. Now sent up by James Donaldson. Donaldson getting his second start of the season. Last year, Donaldson had 7 clean sheets with Atlanta United's U16 side. Clean sheet in his first appearance this season, as this will be ushered out of play by Ettinger, and a goal kick coming for Atlanta. Talking with Jose Silva, he didn't mince words. Talking about how it was a bad day for us. We really started off slow. Not our best day for our attackers. Really suffered with the result. Hoping to turn things around here tonight. That loss against Orlando City B snapped a 3-game winning streak. A chance to get back to winning ways. Ten minutes into this game, Atlanta United with a couple of good shots, but nothing on target as of yet. They've had the better of the opportunities here early in this game, as this is played out, and a throw coming for Malachi Molina and company. Shanqui trying to get by. Reynolds does. Loses possession though. Pariano turning away. Huntsville City not forcing anything, working with patience. Maybe an opportunity now here for the visitors. DeVolo gets around Veliz. DeVolo at the end line, cuts it across, chested down, but not out of danger. The shot up and over the crossbar from Torres. Good looking setup there by Atlanta, but unable to finish in the end was Aiden Torres. Torres signed with the first team, still looking for his first goal of the season. DeVolo doing a good job cutting this back. You see Torres just way at the top of the 18-yard box, really teeing it up. Pariano maybe doing enough to put the pressure on Torres to force that miss. Big ball here coming forward for Huntsville City. Eke in pursuit, gets to the ball, gets around his defender. Eke with a shot, and it goes over. He might have been trying to cross that to Eck on the back post. But either way, sends it out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for Atlanta United. Great opportunity for AK right here. Gets around Ettinger, has a chance, has 2 players in the box making a run, but sends it up and over. Tonight, an end of a 3-game homestand for Huntsville City. They've won both games. Took down FC Cincinnati by a score of 4-0, and then Carolina Core the previous week by a score of 3-0. Have 3 straight clean sheets coming into this game. Have won 4 in a row. outscoring their opponents 13-2 during that time. They're a stingy defensive team, and they can put it on you in the attack. And there are 2 losses coming to this Atlanta United side. That one by a score of 4-1. The previous week before that, they fell 7-2 against Crown Legacy, but they've really been able to fix their structure defensively, become a more compact team, and still have the threat to beat you in the attacking third. Yoshizawa. Gonna go backwards. Belize. Just nodded back. James Donaldson will get set to send this away. Donaldson yet to be challenged here in tonight's game. Sonano. High praise from Jose Silva about the center back and Matthew Sonano. He's really been an unbelievable player since coming to the club. One of the best defenders in the league. Really, the things that he's able to accomplish. Does a great job making tackles. Does another great job winning the aerial duels. But when they press, he gets broken. He has the ability to be able to stop those teams from making a break. And they love that the long ball that he's able to play. But he's really been an amazing player for this team. And really, they feel like his future could be bright and could see him with the first team at a matter of time, as this is played out wide and easily scooped up by Valdez. Of course, Sonano, 6th overall pick in 2025 MLS Super Draft by Colorado Rapids 2. This year, it was Enzo Davolo being drafted 12th overall by Atlanta. So a couple high draft picks try and make their way up to the first team. A lot of times it does take those players, that adjustment from whether it's college level or just that younger level, try and make the leap from amateur to professional. Nice through ball here. Can Huntsville City make Atlanta pay? This portion of the match is brought to you by Renaissance, Understanding You, member FDIC. This ball sent in, headed up. Pariano, he'll backtrack. Trying to work his way forward as he's knocked off the ball. Good defensive play right there by Cameron Dunbar. And this will be last touch by Dunbar. Cameron Dunbar coming over from Orange County SC. He's been a main player here for Atlanta. 4 goals to lead the team. Also has 2 assists on the season. Dunbar tied for 4th in the league in shots on target with 13. Still looking to get his first shot on target here tonight. Gaines pushing up, plays it out. Reynolds, the step over, gets by Shanqui. Reynolds goes down, but goes down a little too easily. Crowd wanted a foul, didn't get the call. Reynolds on the end line. Gaines trying to get by 2 defenders, plays it across, and swept away. And a corner once again for the home side. Reynolds stays on his feet. He might have an opportunity. Went to the ground a little bit too easy. But Here you have the cross and good defensive play by Atlanta to keep that out. This ball whipped in. The shot, and it goes through for the opening goal for Huntsville City. Leo Cristiano goals in back-to-back weeks as he puts the home side up 1-0 in the 18th minute. This goal coming off the corner, the ball played in, and then it just falls right to Cristiano. He does not hesitate, takes it on the half volley, and strikes it in for the first goal, his third goal of the year. He had a goal and an assist against FC Cincinnati last week, and the captain strikes first to give the home side a 1-0 lead. High praise when talking to Chris O'Neill about Leo Cristiano, a player that he coached when he was younger, growing up in the Sporting Kansas City organization. But really what he loves about Cristiano, he's a locker room kid, really fantastic. He's a true winner. Had him since he was 14 years old, was able to work with him until he was 17. But the one of the things that he loves about Cristiano is he's always finding out ways to beat you, whether it's in games, but a big part about it, he finds ways to beat you and push you in training sessions. He's always thinking and always trying to solve, how can I beat this problem? He really has a great growth mindset and a confidence in himself. But really one of the things he also loves about Cristiano, I talked about his football ability, but the way he speaks, he's able to drive conversations in the locker room, make these players think a little bit differently about the game, as well as just kind of grow that IQ with one another. I always hear about the camaraderie in the locker room. Such a huge place to have those voices heard, personalities, always different, trying to mix and match and find that right locker room chemistry. Cristiano, see him at the outside back position tonight, see him at the center back spot. Man, that can do a little bit of everything. Well, Chris O'Neill has to be happy with how his team's starting. They start just like this in the first meeting against Atlanta and then gave up 4 straight goals. Much different looking team Huntsville is now than they were 7 games ago when these last two met. Foul here called against Huntsville City. Let's go back to last week's game against FC Cincinnati for Huntsville City. In the goal scored by Maximus Eck, his first goal is a pass by Cristiano. After the goal, everyone went to Cristiano because they loved his setup, playing the ball over unselfishly to Eck on the goal. As this ball is played into the 18-yard box, headed back. And Valdez will let it roll out past the end line for a goal kick. Nice ball in there from Atlanta United, but unable to do anything with it. Valdez in his second season will send this ball away. Flick back, no one there for Huntsville City. Played away once again by Donaldson. Here a chance now for the boys in blue. Hits off the heel of Eck. Huntsville City now with 22 goals on the season. They came in tied for 4th on the year. Maximus Eck leads the team with 6 goals on the season. That's second best in the league, trailing only Hugo Imbong of Crown Legacy. Dunbar playing it forward, but easily scooped by Valdez. Reynolds slows it up at the moment. Shankui able to win the ball back. Dunbar. Kovach. Here's Gill. Gill on the return pass from Dunbar. Lost one forward. Shankui. Patience here from the visitors. They'll go east-west, try to find some space to exploit. Sonano. Dunbar. Dunbar trying to create a little wiggle room. Nice ball forward. This ball cut across. Comes to Shankui on the volley. Oh, slicing up and over. Like that volley attempt right there by Shankui, but sends it high. Shankui just waiting and teeing this up. That's about 6 inches lower. He might have a chance. I barely went over the crossbar, and they just kept lining over. Molina, they go backwards. Cristiano, the goal scorer. Okay, losing possession. Dunbar. Torres. Torres, diagonal ball. Valdez simply just sends this in the stands. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? That's a bold question, but it's got that irresistible taste to back it up. You have to take a taste for yourself because Coke Zero Sugar is really that amazing. Coke Zero Sugar may just be the best Coke ever. Yeah, doing a good job dispossessing the ball in Huntsville's defensive third, and then you have the foul called against Huntsville City. Sonano with a push on Eck. He's going to be talked to by Corbin Goodyear. Fans frustrated. Thought that was more of a foul on Atlanta United than it was Pariano. And that's what Captain Leo Cristiano is talking about. Either way here, a free kick now for Atlanta United. Again, this is an area that Jose Silva talked about the team getting better on. And here's a chance for Adrian Gill to level things up. Swooping ball in, head away with ease, but only as far as Dunbar. Dunbar trying to create a little space. Reynolds with him. Reynolds knocking over Dunbar, and will play on. Cameron Dunbar saying he was fouled, not going to get the call this time. Is headed back for Atlanta. Kovach trying to create a little space on Molina. Kovach to his right. Kovach with the shot. It's smothered on the play by Valdez. Valdez able to see that all the way through, and if he spills that, it's a good chance for Cameron Dunbar just to tap it in. Should be last touch by Cisse. It is. Throw here coming for Julian Gaines. Yoshizawa. Gaines. Here's Talby making his second straight start. Made his debut last week for this Huntsville City side against FC Cincinnati. Currently on loan from Monterey Bay. He'll be on loan until the end of the season. Cristiano, ball forward for Molina, unable to reach his intended target. Atlanta right now. 16 points to these first 9 matches. Best in start in club history. Dunbar nearly lost possession. Finds it to Cisse. Dunbar. Atlanta asking for a foul. They do not get the call. How about that ball won right back by Cisse. Going in for the challenge to get the ball. This ball played in with the left, deflected away. Atlanta United talked about their hot start to the season, the 16 points in the 9 matches. They've never qualified for the MLS Next Pro playoffs. Looking to change that here this season. They struggled, though, when giving up that first goal. He's slicing his way through, and the shot by Tablante and sent away by Gaines. But when conceding the first goal for Atlanta United, they do have 1 win, but they also have 3 losses. Gill. Kovach plays it out wide. Chance here on the cross. Kovach heads it up and over. Got it square, but it was just a little bit underneath it. Kovach has had 2 really good chances here in this opening 30 minutes. Kovach just standing right at the top of that 6-yard box. Couldn't get in the upper left corner. Kovach does have 2 goals on the season. Nearly had his 3rd of the year right there. This will be a foul by Maximus Eck, and he is going to go into the books, our first booking of the game. Making his 10th start of the season in his 3rd year. He scored in back-to-back games, gets his first yellow card. Of course, on the other side, you have Atlanta United playing without Daniel Chica tonight, who's suspended. He was handed a 2nd yellow card in that loss against Orlando City B. So given the red, and he is out for tonight. And Enger getting the start in his absence. Sonano. Dunbar. Dunbar from distance. Oh, how about the diving save by Valdez? Valdez doing a great job going down, making the save as that ball was seeking out the backside of the goal. Eck tries to spin away from danger, unable to do so, and players collide. This game getting a little physical here between the 2 sides. Eck does have a yellow card. He was the man called for the foul. Had a little grab in there as he turned away. Crowd not happy. As the home crowd never will be. Cisse. Shanqui. Shanqui had a great chance moments ago on a volley attempt as Atlanta trails 1-0. Our lone goal coming from Leo Cristiano in the 18th minute for Huntsville City. That goal coming off a corner for the boys in blue. He's now handed a yellow card, so 2nd yellow card of the game for Huntsville City. Boys in blue once again pushing up the field. This ball played into the box, but no one there for Huntsville City. Mentioned the success of Huntsville City. They have not allowed more than 3 shots on target in their last 3 games. Atlanta won so far here tonight. A brilliant save by that man right there in Valdez as he went diving down to make the stop. Reynolds going at Cisse. Reynolds has Gaines to his right. That's where he goes. Gaines cuts it across and stopped by Donaldson. Eck making a run on the back post. James Donaldson doing a great job of going and snatching the ball out of the air. Cisse has room to work with, goes to Sean Quee, gets another return pass. Sean Quee trying to direct traffic. Gill switches sides. Sonano, Cisse. Ball sent out wide, but too heavy a touch, and it'll be a goal kick for Valdez. Huntsville Hospital Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Huntsville City Football Club. The care teams at Huntsville Hospital Health have been making great saves in the Rocket City and around the Tennessee Valley since 1895. Dunbar, an opportunity. Dunbar to his left. One of that top right corner. Atlanta's been close so many different times here in the opening half. 9 shots already in this first 36 minutes. This one once again going up and over the crossbar. Wanted to go upper 90, but sending it a little too high. Just the placement right now is missing for the visitors. Molina comes in the game with 2 goals in his last 3 games. He scored in the last match against FC Cincinnati. It was Eck that had a brace in that game. Cristiano in the 57th minute scored, and then Molina wrapped things up with a bow in the 75th minute. Second meeting of the season between these two sides. They'll play a third time. That game will be right here at Wicks Family Field on July 18th. But going back to the first meeting, it was a 4-1 victory against Atlanta, down in Atlanta. Atlanta's Liam Butts with a brace in that game. Luke Brennan also with a goal. Enzo Davolo with a goal as well for Atlanta. He's been relatively quiet here in the first half. This ball sent to midfield. I have to love this pairing of Cisse and Sonano for Atlanta. 2 bright futures between those 2 players. Both in their first year with the club. Cisse coming over from North Texas. Sonano coming over from Rapids 2. Sean Quee plays the ball in, but right at Valdez. Kovach was there waiting if Valdez spilled it. He does have 3 assists on the season, tied for the team lead for Atlanta in assists. Molina. And there's the foul. And Belize will get us restarted. Offside flag is up. Reynolds just couldn't time his first run. Reynolds with his first start of the season, 3rd appearance of the year. Comes over from Wolverhampton U21 side. He's a rep Jamaica at the U20 level. 20-year-old out of London, England. Shankwi, Cisse, Sonano in the circle. Both of these teams very patient in how they build. See what kind of space Atlanta can exploit here. Once again, Huntsville City doing a great job staying compact, making it difficult to break down. Donaldson well out was play this way as he sends it back. Kovach. Opportunity here maybe as that ball stabbed away. Tripped up here is Valise, and another foul here against Atlanta United. Maybe a stern talking coming here from our head referee, Corbin Goodyear. Atlanta has yet to see a player go in the books here in this first half. Ekin Valise in the books, meanwhile, for Huntsville City. Here's DeVolo, the man being talked to. 12th overall pick out of UNC Greensboro. 15 goals, 13 assists in his career. Last season, he had 10 goals and 8 assists as we have another foul here against Huntsville City. And this time it will be a yellow card, and it's going to go against Eck, and it'll be his second yellow, and he is going to have to exit the game. Eck is in disbelief. So now, Huntsville City will have to play a man down for the next 50 minutes. We have the 1-goal lead here as Maximus Eck will hit the showers early. So Eck heads away. And now for the remainder, Huntsville City a man down. Huntsville City have won 4 in a row. 3 straight clean sheets, but now things get a little bit more difficult to keep that trend alive. Atlanta still looking for their first goal. Ettinger, the man that was down for Atlanta. Ettinger, a player assigned to play at the University of Kentucky. So we take a look back at that foul against Eck. The shoulder right into Ettinger. Our head referee, Corbin Goodyear, not thrilled with that. Thought he got Ettinger on the lower half and not shoulder to shoulder. Protect your opponents while they're in the air, and he didn't feel like Eck did so. So now a chance here for Atlanta to get one back before the break. Self-inflicted wound right there for Huntsville City. And here's Ettinger, the man that was fouled. Ettinger, this ball stabbed away. Good job right there by Yoshizawa, preventing the attack for the moment. So now maybe another talking to. Corbin Goodyear is just going to back up and we'll resume play. Gill sends this up the field. Kovach. Dunbar. Slipping the ball, was looking to give it back to Kovach. Kovach might have taken that ball away from Davolo. Davolo was also making a run right in the same area. Spacing just not right between those two players. Gill. Cisse. Torres back to Cisse. Shanqui. Opportunity for Dunbar. Trying to slot that through the legs, unable to nutmeg his defender. Gill surveys, he'll play it out wide instead. This ball whipped in back post. Shanqui was making a run, but couldn't get his left foot on the ball. Nice ball in, just a little too much pace on it for Shanqui. Gill slots it forward. A chance here now for Atlanta United to run. How about that ball by Valise, breaking up it with that tackle. Great defensive play. Reynolds. 2 minutes of stoppage time added on here to the first half. Leo Cristiano with the lone goal in this game coming in 18th minute. Maximus Ek being sent off the field in the 4th minute. Poor pass back, and now chance, and Gaines will tap it in. Mistake there between Mohamed Cisse and James Donaldson, and Julian Gaines makes them pay as he gets his first goal of the season. Cisse and Donaldson not on the same page, and Gaines with the easiest goal he'll have all year. Now, Huntsville City add to the lead. That goal coming 5 minutes after Maximus Ek was sent off with his second yellow card. A little breathing room here for the home side, playing a man down. 23-year-old out of Round Rock, Texas, now has a goal and an assist on the season. Signed with the first team as he'll jog back.
You tried, but it didn't work.
Edinger hearing it as he was the man that was fouled by Maximus Ek. Shanqui. Gill. Knocked off the ball. Eke. Playing it outside. This will find its way into the Atlanta dugout. Maybe one dash forward here for Atlanta as they try to get one back. Cisse. Shanqui back to Cisse. Torres. Waiting for the final whistle from Corbin Goodyear. Maybe one last opportunity if Atlanta can do anything going forward. Dunbar. Torres. He'll set it up, lets it fly, and hits the backside of Valise, and it'll go all the way back past midfield. And there is the whistle to close out the first half. So man down, Huntsville City are leading with goals from Leo Cristiano. He scored in back-to-back weeks. Julian Gaines with his first goal of the season. Our score at the half is Huntsville City 2, Atlanta United 0. Coming up in our halftime show, we get to know a talented young player carving his own path in the Big Apple, an announcement that will shift the landscape of Next Pro, plus highlights and stats after this brief timeout.
Be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Welcome back. There is no shortage of success stories in MLS coming out of the New York market. Another solid young player is making his way with NYCFC. So let's get to know Arnal Farnos.
I think for sure was my mom. She was the first one to know it because she was working, and I sent her a message and I was like, please don't call because we have a meeting right now. But like I have to tell you, like they just told me like they want me to sign first team deal. So she was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was definitely my mom. Hi, I'm Arnal Farnos, and I'm a midfielder / winger, and I play for New York City FC. When I signed here with the second team, my goal was always to be part of the first team, and since the moment I got drafted, that was my goal, that was my dream. And nothing is easy, you know, so that's why you have to work for it. Every call-up is an opportunity, and I'm thankful for the coaches to give me those opportunities. But like, it's not about the games, it's about every day, how you practice, how you prepare yourself, physically and mentally. And when the opportunity comes, that you have to be ready and know that if you have the opportunity, you have to prove yourself. They push you a lot, which is a really good sign, but they also have a really good connection with the team, special connection with the players also, and they are open, which is also important for a player because it gives you confidence when you play and when you train. And he was always super close, coach and all the staff, and give me a lot of confidence to me, and that's why I feel like I'm super happy for being part of this team, for the confidence from the staff and also from the players. One of the things, for example, Nico always says when he's here is like, and I've took it from all the players as well, but like, you are doing what you like and what's your passion. So coming here to practice, you are privileged, you know, having this job, because you are doing something that you really like and you really can, you grow with it. And coming here every day, yeah, there is people working for you, for the treatment, they're cooking for you, and how many people would love to have and to be in the position that you are right now. So I would say just enjoy the moment, push yourself in the moments that you have to push yourself, and yeah, enjoy. Super excited at the moment when I saw the ball going in. I kind of didn't believe it at the beginning, but after it was like a happiness feeling, you know, especially after with all my teammates, like they congratulated me at the end of the game, and everybody came to support me and saying congratulations, and it was a really happy moment and a special moment in my career. I think I had a lot of good coaches in my career. I would say probably when I was at Celta, I would say Claudio. But I would say my best moment playing soccer was the decision to make here and go to college. The 4 years at Oregon State with all the coaches I had and all the staff I had, they really helped me develop myself physically and mentally. And I think it was the step that I needed in order to be a professional soccer player. So I'm super grateful for the opportunity that the Oregon State gave me. Keep supporting us, keeping showing ourselves, keep coming to our games, because probably right now we are not having the best, we are not in the best moment of the season, but we're for sure gonna come back, and we're for sure gonna give some happy news soon to the fans.
Very excited to be here officially. You know, I helped out a little bit last year. You know, I really enjoyed my time working with the players, working with the staff. So, you know, I'm glad to be able to be on the staff full time and be involved. Towards the end of my career, I started thinking about what I wanted to do. You know, post playing, and coaching was something that for a while I didn't know if I wanted to do it. When my kids started to get a little bit older and I started doing it with them, I started enjoying it, and I thought I had a lot of knowledge that I could pass down to young players. That was kind of an easy decision after thinking about it. There's lots of different things that I can teach them from my career, but also, the mentality, the intensity, the winning mentality is what I want to bring to the young guys, because they're going to need that. I played at a high-level college, and I was still a little bit overwhelmed when I first got here, and it's the adaptation. If you don't do it quick at that time, then you were kind of out of the system. But now I think, especially with the academy and bringing those guys up, and then moving into a environment like MLS Next Pro with North Texas, then I think it's a big jump in the quality of everything that is involved with this, and I think it's huge for developing players. I think there used to be a lot of guys who kind of got pushed out of the system if it wasn't working right away, but now those guys maybe get a second chance and can develop into good players. Yeah, it feels good. I mean, it feels like home. Like you said, I've been here for a long time. I know a lot of people here. I knew John beforehand. I knew a lot of the other staff beforehand, and even some of the players I still know. So it's just nice to be back in a familiar environment and be able to give these players my knowledge. This year, I think my goal is to improve our defensive solidarity. Obviously, I want to try to improve individually the players in the defensive line, help them improve their tendencies. But as a unit, I want our group to be solid and to give up less goals. That's always the goal. And for me, that was my big thing as a player throughout my career. I always wanted to give up less goals, and I think that's something I want to pass on to these defensive players.
MLS has agreed to a deal that will see global investment firm KKR make a strategic investment and partner with MLS Next Pro KKR will inject capital into MLS Next Pro with an eye on growing the league and its footprint around the continent. In conjunction with MLS, the partnership will oversee commercial strategy as it looks to move the 27 MLS-affiliated Next Pro teams into new markets with an eye on building brands within those communities and seeking stadium development deals. We will no doubt see and hear more about this in the coming seasons. 2-0 our score at half between Huntsville City and Atlanta. A good one here tonight in the Rocket City between these two Eastern Conference foes. Second game of the week for Huntsville City as we take a look back at the games earlier this week. On Wednesday, Real Monarchs tying San Jose Earthquakes by a score of 1-1. New England Revolution 2 going on the road, getting the win over Philadelphia Union. Rapids 2 struggling this season as they fall at home against Austin FC. Huntsville City with a big 4-0 win over FC Cincinnati, and Timbers 2 with a 2-1 win over Minnesota United back on Sunday. This Atlanta United side saw their 3-game winning streak fall after falling to Orlando City B by a score of 2-0. Meanwhile, LAFC 2 with a 3-1 win over Real Monarchs. Good 45 minutes in this first half, but still plenty more to come tomorrow. Revs 2 will kick it off against Orlando City B at 2 p.m. Eastern. Meanwhile, FC Cincinnati taking on Chattanooga. Red Bulls look to remain perfect on the season as they host New York City FC in the Hudson River Derby. And our Miami will close out the week on Monday night against Crown Legacy. Good one in the first half between these two sides as we take a look back at the first 45 minutes of play between Huntsville City and Atlanta United. Here, a big ball forward. This is just minutes into the game. Kovach on an opportunity just sends it wide of the target. Atlanta would not be done as this ball is cut back across. Comes to the top. An opportunity here for Torres. Torres sends it up and over the crossbar. Atlanta, they've had opportunities here in the first half, but unable to get anything by here. Leo Cristiano with the score on the half volley. Gets the first strike of the game. That goal coming in the 18th minute. A goal last week, and now a goal this week. I should say a goal on Wednesday, and now a goal on Saturday night. Here you have the step over the cross. It hits off a player. It comes right to Shankui, but he slices it up and over the crossbar. Great opportunity right there for Atlanta. Valdez able to see this one all the way through as he makes the save. Here this ball played across. Kovach able to get his head to it, but sends it up and over Dunbar with a great strike, but an even more beautiful save by Valdez. Here you have the poor pass back by Cisse to Donaldson, and Julian Gaines taps it in. This was 5 minutes after Maximus Eck was sent off the field with a red card in this game. And at the break, we have Huntsville City leading at home by a score of 2-0 over Atlanta United.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
the unique energy of a Sunday night. Ideal for calm music, whispers, stargazing, reflection, and a relaxed environment. Sunday nights were made for this.
Getting set now here for the second 45 minutes between Huntsville City and Atlanta United from Wicks Family Field at Joe Davis Stadium in Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville playing a man down as Maximus Eck was sent out with a second yellow card in the 41st minute. Julian Gaines with a big goal in the first minute of stoppage time in the first half to give Huntsville City a 2-0 lead. So a little breathing room here for the boys in blue. Meanwhile, Atlanta United, more space to work with Huntsville being a man down. Can they capitalize and use that space to their advantage, find a way to penetrate the back line of Huntsville City and just get that first goal back and then try to get an equalizer at some point here in the second half? Here's Moises Tablante. Tablante. He'll bring it to Torres. Torres will play it out wide. Cisse, he was all over the ball in the first half as he plays to Sean Quee. Sean Quee had a great chance in the opening half, but sliced the ball just over the crossbar. Ettinger. Fans still letting him hear it. They felt he went down too easy as this ball is played to the back post, and it'll go over the head of Cameron Dunbar. Ettinger, the referee thought was undercut by Maximus Eck. Only player to be sent off. Feliz with a yellow card in this game as well for Huntsville. Those are the only players in the books, though, as of right now. Miscommunication huge between James Donaldson and Mohamed Cisse at the end of that first half on a pass back by Cisse. Donaldson might have been slightly out of position and a little too close to Cisse on the return pass, and Julian Gaines made Atlanta pay. Leo Cristiano with the goal in the 18th minute. He has goals in back-to-back weeks. Also had a goal and an assist in the win over FC Cincinnati last week. Malachi Molina to play this in, but Belize right now slow to get up for Huntsville City. Belize did score a goal 2 games ago against Carolina Core, as the captain will play it all the way back to Valdez. Valdez with his second start of the season, a much different start here tonight than his first one against Crown Legacy when he gave up 7 goals. Going back and talking to Chris O'Neill, he thought they were giving up too much space. The team was too spread out in a few of those earlier games, one of those also being against this Atlanta United side where they lost 4-1. They've really put things together here, have not lost since they dropped that game to Atlanta. Atlanta on Sunday fell to Orlando City B. That snapped a 3-game winning streak for them. They have their work cut out for them if they want to get back into this one. Ettinger plays the ball in, headed away. Jose Silva about the season in general and what kind of response he looks for when teams struggle. As Kovach will drag the ball outside the 18-yard box. It really feels that this team has incredible talent in the group. Humans, they go through the ups and downs in the tough parts of games, but really learning lessons as this ball is played in and easily grabbed by Valdez. We talked about the learning lessons they're going to have to take from that game against FC Cincinnati and then here early in this game, but they want to be able to grow from that and learn from the situation. The thing that they can do is get back to their formation and their structure. And that's one of the ways that he feels that they can be successful. But now they have to find a way to break down a team that is tough, that is so good at being compact defensively and organized in the midfield. He was excited to see how his team bounces back after the loss last week. Ettinger out wide to Blante. The step over to Blante. back post. No one on the other side, though, for Atlanta. Another not so good thing for Atlanta. They've been held scoreless 3 times this season. All of those have been losses. Hoping that won't be the case here tonight on the road against Huntsville City. Good thing for them is they do have 8 different goal scorers on the year. Dunbar leading the team with 4 on the way, putting him tied for 4th in the league. He's had a couple opportunities here tonight. Huntsville City, though, doing a good job keeping him at bay. The Lees switching sides. Looking for Reynolds. Shankwe there against Reynolds. Shankwe tied for the team lead in assists with Ignacio Suarez Corey. Both those players with 3 assists on the season. Tablante. Tablante looking for his first goal of the season. He gets on the return pass. Dunbar with the right. Dunbar! Can't get the upper right corner. Dunbar has had a couple of shots that he's tried to go upper right, but has not been able to finish. Dunbar does not lack confidence. Good first touch, brings it back to his right foot, but can't get it on frame. Volo gives it up. Torres. Torres knocked over from behind, and a set piece. They're going to play quickly, so here's an opportunity for Gill. Gill slicing one off. Atlanta playing that quickly. They had a free kick. You see the quick foul, and they just get right to it. And Gill sends this over the crossbar. Don't mind the quick play in there, try to catch Huntsville off guard, and they did. Cisse. Shankwe. Reynolds on him. Gill, who had a shot at tip moments ago, will pass it over. Enger, hearing it from the fans. Enger looping one in. Just down by Kovach. How about that? And Atlanta gets one back. Reef Kovach with his 3rd goal of the season. How about this control by Kovach, bringing the ball down with his chest, getting the strike with his right. Enger with a beautiful ball in. Great body positioning by Kovach there, just boxing out Talaby. Able to bring the ball down as he gets one back in the 53rd minute. First assist for Enger on the air. But now confidence and a little momentum for the visitors. Eck out for the remainder of this game for Huntsville City. And here in the second half, Atlanta making the boys in blue pay. Dunbar. Gaines, the second goal scorer, will play the ball through. Make a run for his Yoshizawa, but he's not going to be able to get there. This ball intercepted by Pariano. Pariano has players to his right and left. See what Huntsville City decides to do here in the second half as they try to play with possession. or if they try to go for that third goal. Kovach. Pariano unable to stay on his feet. To Blante. Slip ball through to the spot, sent away. Sonano. Cisse. Floating ball in, and no one there for Atlanta. Now we'll have our first substitutes of the game come onto the field. So Aiden Torres will head off for Atlanta. Andrew Hardinus will come on. Moises Tablante also coming off, and Liam Butts, who had a goal in the first meeting, will come on for Atlanta United. So a couple more attackers on now for the visitors. This ball sent out wide. And ball now sent forward by Atlanta, nodded back. Cristiano, the player nodded forward. Sonano. Dunbar flicks it back for Gill. Gill trying to get around the defender and gains. Dunbar has Kovach inside. Dunbar. Kovalo plays it in, headed down. Kovach saying that hit off a hand, won't get the call. Nice ball in here by Dovalo. Kovach just couldn't get to that one, just right over the head also of Liam Butts, who just subbed on. Gill, the 20-year-old now at Denver, Colorado, grew up in Spain. Spent time with Barca's academy. That began in 2018 before making his way back stateside. Gill. Dunbar. Dunbar charging up the field. Dunbar goes down, trying to draw the foul in the box, and doesn't get the call. And this will be a goal kick here for Huntsville City. This portion of the match is brought to you by Renaissance, Understanding You, member FDIC. Gill. Gill's been all over the ball here in this second half. Let's see what he can do to help create an opportunity. Sean Quee goes down. Sean Quee on the play, fouled by Light AK. AK getting his third start of the season here tonight. Ettinger. Ettinger with an assist on the lone goal by Kovach. That coming in the 53rd minute. Dunbar, Shankwi. Dunbar plays it into the area, headed away. Sonano. Dunbar. pops it up, looking for Kovach as this is grabbed by Valdez. Valdez doing a good job coming out, claiming the ball. Lee's doing a good job standing his ground there. Lee's talking with head coach Chris O'Neill about the midfielder. Really feels like he's one of the best holding midfielders. Think of the power he has. He has so much power, just powerful, natural tendencies as a player to be man-oriented, one of the best, 1v1. But he has the ability to cover and apply so much pressure that's really truly elite. But now they're looking to be able to try to expand his game a little bit more, his little area of influence in the game, but really trying to get him to bait more of the players into traps, trying to take away 2 players if he can. But really one of the things they love about Valdez is he has great timing and great speed, very good in control, but really they feel like he has the ability to do it anymore. Here's a chance for Davolo. Davolo cuts it across, and this one hits on the post near own goal for Huntsville City. Talby nearly played this in his own goal. Just simply try and clear this away. Huntsville City dodges one right here. Dovolo cuts it across. There you see Talby playing off the post. Just try and clear it away. Lucky that didn't go inside. Valdez slowing things down at the moment. Have a yellow card come out here, and this is going to go against the sub and Liam Butts. So Butts into the booking. Butts last time these 2 teams met, he had a goal in the contest. Butts handed the yellow. Butts with 2 goals on the season. Comes over from Revs 2. They scored 13 goals in 24 appearances for New England Revolution 2. Does have 18 goals in his next pro career. A player that they're hoping he can provide up front. Now we'll have a pair of subs come onto the field for Huntsville City. Layeke will go off the field, and on will come Klaus Sullivan. Julian Gaines also off the field. Julian Gaines just scored the 2nd goal as Nigel Prince will come on. Police. Chance here for Huntsville City. Molina. So Malachi Molina now on the right side. This ball played across, headed away. Chance off the half line. No, Cristiano will elect to try to hold it up but loses possession. Dovolo. And Dovolo collides on the play with Pariano. Pariano into the books. Pariano gets us going once again. Pariano coming over from Philadelphia Union 2, where he played last year. 3 goals, 2 assists with Philadelphia Union. Gets in the booking with the yellow cards. This is headed up by Pariano, and this will be sent away before it goes over the end line, so no corner here for Atlanta. Good job there by Huntsville City, not allowing that ball to go over the end line. And so now Mohamed Cisse will come out of the game. And into the game will come Shea Fakiesi. Fakiesi will make his third appearance of the season as the ball is flung in. Feliz trying to chest it down. He's now trying to split through two defenders, unable to get the ball by Gill. Sonano plays it out wide. This ball sent into the box. And now sent away by Huntsville City. Solid game here from Valdez tonight. Valdez has allowed just the one goal. Much different outing this time than it was for him last time when he allowed 7. Dunbar. Butts turns aside. Butts just on the edge of the area. Chance here for Atlanta to get an equalizer. Room to work with. Sonano. Dovolo plays in. Back post ball headed down and in for the equalizer. Arif Kovach with a brace. Well, Kovach scored 13 minutes ago as he gets his second as he knots things up in the 66th minute. How about this ball in to Kovach? Kovach using his height to his advantage as he goes up and nods it in. Huntsville City is saying there should have been a foul on that as Kovach was on the shoulders of the defender, they felt. But Kovach with his first brace as he now has 4 goals on the season. And now a chance here for Atlanta to take a lead in this one with Huntsville City playing a man down with Maximus Eck out. With 38 physicians offering a full spectrum of care, the Orthopedic Center provides the most comprehensive orthopedic care unmatched in North Alabama. Trust the team Huntsville City Football Club counts on to keep them in the match. Log on to visit TOC.com for more information. Gill able to get the ball as it bounces back to his feet. Dovolo attacking the area to his left foot. Dovolo, a chance here, let's strike. Oh, one of the near post and just a whisker wide. Dovolo doing a great job. Just going at the top of the 18-yard box, creates the opportunity, gets space between 2 defenders, but hooks it wide. Second meeting of the season between these two sides. On the first meeting, Atlanta won 4-1. Huntsville City got off to the early lead tonight by a score of 2-0. And it's been 2 unanswered goals here by Arif Kovach in the second half for Atlanta. Dovolo, good play right there by Veliz, going down to the surface. Veliz timing that tackle perfectly. Ettinger. Dovolo to that dangerous left foot. Once again, has space. And another great challenge by Veliz. 2 great tackles in a row for the holding midfielder of Huntsville City. This ball played in. No one on the backside for Atlanta. Valdez once again slowing things down at the moment. We'll have a couple more players come on. Nick Pariano will head off. Kessie Koulibaly will come on. Fabian Reynolds also heading off. Javen Van Deventer will now come onto the field. Remains. Atlanta searching for that third goal. Shutout last week against Orlando City. Now a chance here to get back to winning ways. Dalby was holding the waist of Liam Butts. And just a throw here for Atlanta. This ball grabbed out by Valdez. Try to spring a counter quickly if you can. How about that first touch? Now Sullivan with a beautiful first touch, unable to connect there with Yoshizawa. Dunbar chance in transition. But Veliz able there to take the ball back off the feet. Van Deventer doing a good job of holding up Dunbar, allowing Veliz to get back in, and now Dunbar put in the books. Seems like Veliz has been all over the place here for Huntsville City. Making some good challenges, going down the ground that time, picking the pocket of Dunbar, and then Dunbar committing the foul. The training staff is going to have to come out to look at Moises Veliz. He's 8 starts on the season. This is his 10th appearance of the year. That's Panama's U23 side. It is. Looks like he's going to be all right. One of the best holding midfielders in MLS Next Pro. The training staff checking out his shin at the moment. Hopefully nothing serious. Leo Cristiano got things going for the home side in the 18th minute, scoring in back-to-back weeks for Cristiano. His 3rd goal this season. Then Julian Gaines, in the first minute of stoppage time of the first half, he would get his first goal this season. That was just 5 minutes after Maximus Eck was sent off for Huntsville City with a red card. Then in the second half, it's been all Atlanta, and all Atlanta's Arif Kovach, as he has a brace, scoring in the 53rd minute as well as the 66th. Davilo with an assist on the second goal, and Elon Ettinger with a goal on the, with an assist on the first goal. Cristiano and Yoshizawa standing over the ball. Yoshizawa will walk away. This will be the captain taking this. Cristiano played in the Sporting Kansas City Academy. Actually grew up playing under Chris O'Neill over there before making his way here to Huntsville City as he gets it on the pass. Yoshizawa. His way to the end line. Yoshizawa trying to turn the corner, unable to do so. Yoshizawa just with a poor touch. It's one that he would like back Coming in tonight, Huntsville City have won 4 in a row, 3 straight clean sheets coming into the game. How about what they have done in this run of form? FC Cincinnati, they won 4-0. Then they won, before that, 3-0 against Carolina Core. On the road, they took down Chattanooga by a score of 2-0. And they also won 4-2 against Inter Miami. First time they have allowed a goal since that Inter Miami game. They have not lost since they played this Atlanta United team 7 games ago. Atlanta trying to add to their goal total. Dunbar has numbers inside the box, whips it in. Kovach does it again. How about that? A hat trick for Reef Kovach. Well, he is the man of the hour. The man of the second half. How about this ball in by Dunbar, and Kovach once again in perfect position. Just gets on the backside of Talby and heads it in for his 3rd goal. Kovach could have had one in the opening minutes of this game. Sent it a little bit wide. Had a chance with a header in the first half, but here in the second half, he has been on point. And now a 3-2 lead here for Atlanta on the road. And we're going to have a yellow card handed out. And this is going to go to Leo Cristiano. Cristiano asking what he did, but now Cristiano into the books. For Atlanta, hard foul right there by Veliz. Had the elbow up, gets Gill. The reason for that foul, if he leaves that elbow down, it's going to be a shoulder, but he gets that elbow out as he's trying to go and trade space to get the ball. But right now, a chance here for Atlanta United too to have their 4th straight road win. Or have a club record with 3 in a row. Looking to extend that record. Edgar, crowd still letting him hear it. Crowd never forgets. And these 2 teams will meet here again in July. This ball played out wide, but too heavy of a touch. Wanted Adrian Gill, who was making a run, but unable to connect and link up. Huntsville City with just under 13 minutes to play. Looking for an equalizer. They've been playing a man down since the 41st minute of the first half. Kovach looking to add to his goal total. Kovach now with 5 goals on the season. Please. Ball taken off his feet. This ball sent in and sent away. Easily cleared there by Huntsville City's Kabali. Kabali subbed on moments ago for Pariano. Looks like we're going to have another booking. Lee's in the books. Now officially into the books. Edgar nearly dispossessed of the ball. And Edgar is fouled by Valise, and now Valise will be sent off. So 2 quick yellow cards for Valise, and he will have to join Maximus Eck in the locker room. Crowd very displeased. Now 2 men down for Huntsville City, and Maximus Eck as well as Moises Valise will have to miss the next match against Chicago Fire. That will be Saturday on the road for this Huntsville City side. Clear foul by Valise after just getting a yellow card. Tempers boiling over here from the home side. Not happy, not getting some of the calls that they think they should get. And really, that's really messed with their heads and really have got them out of their game. This portion of the match is brought to you by Keel Point. Keel Point, helping you harness wealth to live with peace and purpose. Up next for Atlanta United, they'll be on the road as well, taking on Philadelphia Union 2 Saturday. That game will kick at 3 p.m. Eastern. These 2 teams on the road for their next ones. Anger nearly dispossessed of the ball by Cristiano. One of the big messages for head coach Chris O'Neill to his team is going to be we have to stay more composed. Even when things aren't going our way, we cannot let other forces dictate how we play and how we control ourselves. Dovalo, all right, with an assist in tonight's game. Dovalo to his right foot, to the spot, stabbed aside. And there's a foul now committed by Atlanta United. Martinez called for the foul. Martinez with his 2nd appearance of the season here tonight. Martinez debut last week against Orlando City B. Martinez 20 goal contributions for the U18s of Atlanta this season. And to help close out this game, here's Kovach. He's really been the man of the second half for Atlanta with the hat trick. Long throw here coming for Huntsville City. This ball into the box, but right at Donaldson. Well, for Donaldson, you can say really the one blemish tonight was the mishandling of the pass back from Mohamed Cisse. Otherwise, this game could very much be 3-1 in favor of Atlanta United. No doubt about the first goal by Leo Cristiano for Huntsville City. Julian Gaines had a goal just set up on a platter that he took advantage of, just tapped it in. So referee and our assistant referee getting over, Sean Quee stepping over the defender, but the referee's getting there quickly to make sure nothing else boils over. This game has been chippy. Goodyear now talking to Matthew Sonano. Yoshizawa to play this ball in. A chance here to level things up as well for the boys in blue. Can they get one back? Yoshizawa, an opportunity to get his club level. Sends it in the box, headed away. Guess who it is? Kovach once again. Kovach doing damage on both ends. This ball sent forward. Grabbed out of the air by Cristiano, but comes right to Dunbar. This ball played forward. Who else? Kovach. Kovach to his right. Kovach! And he's denied by Valdez. Valdez sending the ball down. Molina. I turn away. Sullivan to his left, back to his right, cuts it across, but right at Donaldson. Donaldson had that near post covered up. Butts retreats. Gill. Butts in the circle. Here's Ettinger. Dovolo able to get by Cristiano. Dovolo into the area. Cristiano, how about that recovery? And Atlanta will have a corner. Cristiano was beat, but did a good job cutting out the angle of Dovolo. And now a corner for Huntsville City, or excuse me, for Atlanta, as Huntsville City will place the ball down. Now Cameron Dunbar will head off the field. Didi Cibrian will come in.
We have a public health substitute for Huntsville City. 87th minute. Leading game number 7, Yusei Yoshizawa. Replaced by number 14, Angel Rodriguez. Your Huntsville City Football Club brought to you by Public, the consumer market of Huntsville City.
Yoshizawa will now head off. Miguez will come on. The shot, headed up and over. Great defending right there by Nigel Prince. Nice ball in here from Gill. Tees it up. And Prince standing at the top of the 6-yard box, able to flick it up and over. This ball played on the ground. Sonano. This ball rolled back. Molina. Question for Huntsville City, how much added time will be added on here in the second half? Huntsville City playing 2 men down. X sent off in the 41st minute. Valise sent off in the 80th minute. We have a player down for Huntsville City. Huntsville City have yet to lose at home on the season, 2 wins and 2 draws. Meanwhile, Atlanta United have won 3 in a row, a club record on the road. 3 wins away from home, 2 losses, and 1 draw for Jose Silva's club. Atlanta United looking to bounce back after the loss to Orlando last week, which snapped a 3-game winning streak. Meanwhile, Huntsville City currently on a 4-game winning streak, unbeaten in their last 6 games. Last time they lost was to this Atlanta United side. Up next for Huntsville City, they will be on the road Saturday taking on Chicago Fire at 4 p.m. Eastern. As we'll have 7 minutes of stoppage time added on here to the second half. Meanwhile, for Atlanta United, they will be on the road as well, taking on Philadelphia Union 2. That game will kick at 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Atlanta United conceded the first goal coming into the match, had just 1 win when conceding that first goal. A chance here tonight to make it 2. Five goals now on the season for Arif Kovach. Kovach with a hat trick as Klaus Sullivan is able to get up and walk off under his own power as the training staff will take a look at him. Edward Neese of North Texas right now leading the league with 7 goals. Hugo Mbong also with 7 goals on the season. Of course, Maximus Eck tied for second in the league with 6 goals, and now tied for third is Kovach. Molina. We need to try and get by 2 defenders, unable to get by Shankui. Dovolo. Slip ball. Kovach cuts it across. And this ball goes in, and this should do it for Atlanta United. Liam Butts, for the second time this season, has scored against Huntsville City. Dovolo and Kovach setting this up. Kovach with 3 goals and an assist tonight. And that hit off the foot of Valdez. But Liam Butts with enough power to get it by the keeper of Huntsville City, and Atlanta for the second time have scored 4 goals against the boys in blue. It's tough when you play a man down, and when you're 2 men down, it's even tougher. Not Huntsville City's night at home. This will stop a 4-game winning streak for the boys in blue. 3 straight clean sheets also comes to a close here tonight. This is one they would just like to go to the drawing board and redo. They'll have a chance next week against Chicago Fire, but they'll be without Maximus Eck and Moises Feliz in that game. For Atlanta United, now 19 points on the season. Their best start through 10 games in a year. Looping ball forward. And this will be gobbled up by Donaldson. Atlanta United with a 2-goal lead here now, just trying to get out of here unscathed. This ball looped in. Koulibaly right there, send it away. Shot from long range. How about that save? The fall by Kovach, and he has 4. Kovach has been involved in every single goal tonight for Atlanta United 2. 4 goals and an assist. A best game for him in Atlanta United uniform. Nothing Valdez could do about that. Parries the ball away, but right into the path of Kovach. Disappointing night for the home side. And for Atlanta, they have to be thrilled. Trailing 2-0, scoring 5 straight here in the second half. 19 goals now scored on the season for Jose Silva's side. Coming into tonight, Cameron Dunbar was the team's leading goal scorer with 4 goals. Reef Kovach with 4 goals on the night. He now has 6, surpassing Dunbar. Add in an assist. He has 3 assists now on the season as well. McGill and company, they might not be done yet. Here's Butts, who has a goal. The 19-year-old Kovach. Big bounce back game here for Atlanta. After falling last week to Orlando City B. Huntsville City, they controlled the game in the first half. Atlanta had opportunities, but Huntsville City gained the first goal off a corner coming from Leo Cristiano. And then in stoppage time of the first half, it would be Julian Gaines getting his first goal this season. In the second half, Atlanta taking advantage of Huntsville City having to play a man down. Davolo for Kovach, and it's been all Kovach here in the second half for Atlanta with his 4 goals. Sonano goes down hard. Maybe a chance here for Huntsville City. Cristiano unable to get to the ball as it's sent up in the air by Donaldson. And now Atlanta just waiting for that final whistle. Dovolo. Kovach was offside. Kovach looking for number 5. Kovach with the left. And wow, this man is absolutely feeling it tonight. Letting the crowd know it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5 on the evening for Kovach. Kovach takes a deflection, goes in, and puts the night away for sure. Fans will go home unhappy for Huntsville City, and Atlanta United have to be thrilled with the team's performance. Kovach now tied for the league lead in goals with 7 on the season. And no doubt who's tonight's man of the match is going to be. These two teams will meet once again here in July at Wicks Family Field at Joe Davis Stadium. And you know Huntsville City is going to be geared up and ready to go for that. That game will be on July 18th. Atlanta goes on the road, takes advantage of Huntsville City being 2 men down as they punish the boys in blue by a score of 6-2. And tonight's man of the match is Arif Kovach of Atlanta United, and this is presented to you by Adidas. No doubt about it with how he performed here in the second 45. Had opportunities in the first half, just didn't put them away. Here, Ettinger plays it in. How about the body positioning there by Kovach? Brings it down with his chest, kicks that one in, and then Dovolo plays it in, this time using the head, gets another goal. This in the 66th minute. And no, he is not done yet. Dunbar here, bring it to his right foot, finds Kovach. No doubt about it right there as Kovach finishes the night with not one, not two, not three, not four, as he gets the rebound and puts this one away, but finishes with 5 goals on the evening. He now has 7 goals on the season, helps give Atlanta United the win. They now have 19 points on the season and 6 wins on the year for Huntsville City. It is their 3rd loss of the season, but for our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Josh Toll. Once again, our final score is Huntsville City 2, Atlanta United 6. Don't forget you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Thank you and good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.